Obsession, Curry Barker.
Yeah.
Curry Barker, directorial debut or not? He has a 62-minute film I saw, Milk and something.
Officially Milk and Cereal.
Milk and Cereal, that's what it was.
First, it's a found footage movie.
Yeah, some guy's got like a clear fuck me mask on.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw some of that.
Just the cover. It doesn't really factor too much into the movie.
Right.
I watched this. I went on a little bit of a rabbit hole of his stuff. Really fascinating, interesting, encouraging, inspirational.
What was his YouTube? Didn't he do YouTube?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Milk and Cereal, which is a 62-minute feature, officially a feature, it's found footage, was released on his YouTube channel. But before that, he and I think it's Cooper Tomlinson or Tompkinson.
He plays the like wisecracking sidekick.
He's in this movie. So they are college buddies, and they started a YouTube channel. They mostly did sketches. They started integrating other kinds of, we won't call it content, we'll just say entertainment, which included some horror shorts that eventually gave them the opportunity to make Obsession. Many people, and it's been erroneously reported, that Milk and Cereal was what opened the door for them to be able to complete Obsession. That's not the case. It was a short film called The Chair that did a lot of festivals, was really successful, got them attention from managers and representation. And then they actually his reps wanted to make a feature version of that short film, and he pitched them Obsession instead. And so that's why we're talking about this.
Dunham?
Lena Dunham?
Lena Dum Dum, yes, I've heard of her.
Didn't she have a short call or a feature called The Chair?
The Puffy Chair.
Oh, hers was the Puffy Chair. Okay.
No, hers was Tiny Furniture.
I thought it was the Puffy Chair.
No, that's the Duplass brothers.
These fucking mumblecores, dude. These fucking mumblers.
You want to talk about some Joe Swanberg?
What's the Curry Barker thing?
Save it for the Dandino shows. Dandino knows everything about Joe Swanberg. All right. So to set Obsession up, right? Obsession is the tale of a group of friends that seem to be college age. Is that right? They're like at the end of their college run.
College,
yeah, the one girl's trying to go to another school, whatever.
I think one of the girls is trying to get into college. Maybe this is right after high school. I think she's trying
to go to an art college, right? Luther Art College, whatever. Yeah. So a group of college age friends who hang out all the time. They work together at a music store.
So there were 4 friends. One of them, 2 guys, 2 girls. One is Sarah. Her dad owns the music store, played by Andy Richter.
Oh, yeah.
And they all work there.
Right. And so they're all friends, right? And essentially, our leading man has a crush on a girl in the group, right?
Yeah,
He's been friend zoned. He's trying not to let it slip away. He's madly in love with this girl. She clearly is not in love with him, as we find out later throughout.
He's been friend zoned.
This is the thing with the movie. He knows he's been friend zoned. He knows for a fact.
Dude, okay, so
there's no man who doesn't know when they've been friend zoned.
She says ew when the guy's like, you're going to take your girl home. I feel like that's a good sign.
Yeah, he knows, but he's still like, he's this hopeless kind of John Hughesian romantic, right? Yeah. That eventually he will.
With no personality.
Yeah, he'll tell all of his things and she'll like it, right? And instead of just being the kind of non-threatening wet noodle friend who's like, oh, he's a nice guy because he's not trying to fuck me all the time. He wants to be the guy that's trying to fuck her all the time.
Yeah, of
he
course.
goes into an occult like witch bookstore, right? And he finds this Willow wish box, right?
One Wish Willow.
It's a little stick in a box that when you break it, your wish comes true.
It's like something you'd find at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a haunted Cracker Barrel, right?
Yeah.
And when you snap it, your wish comes true. And he's like, I wish she loved me more than anyone in the world. And then we begin the movie that the trailer had promised. Yeah, it's the monkey's paw. Yeah. There's so many in horror. There's a litany of be careful what you wish for horror movies. Like that's such a classic trope of horror storytelling.
Are always, dangerous.
Well, wish movies operate very much like time travel, where it's like they never center on someone whose life is good and happy. Right, they're trying to have a quick fix for everything that's wrong in their life.
If your life is good and happy, you don't want to wish.
It leads to calamitous effects.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised that we don't have more modern horror movies that deal in this, though, because it's so relatable.
Everybody's got what they want.
Everybody is feeling like they're behind the 8 ball, or they're being suppressed, or the deck is stacked against them, right? And I think that's only going to continue in this environment.
It feels like it's about to get a lot worse.
Very relatable.
I think the problem is that the storytelling device of the wish.
Wait, you're saying there's a problem?
Well, yeah, I think there's problems with the movie. Like, I really like this movie a lot. Like, I left the theater and I was really like, wow, what a fucking ride. That was a good movie. I feel like in days past, like, it kind of washed off me a little bit. It's also a movie I don't feel like that'd be fucking fun to watch again. Right. So, like, you know, there are things with it, but it's really fucking fun in theater experience. Right.
So
the problem with Wish
watch
movies. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What do you mean that's crazy?
You got to like start doing curls or something, get a hobby.
Oh
like,
my
you don't need to be
God.
watching the same movie twice in a weekend.
Girls get girls.
This isn't Gladiator.
Maybe I'm just more connected to Gen Z than you old bastards are.
That's true. I have so little connection to Gen Z. They don't like to drink or do drugs or have sex with strange people. Like, what do they do all day?
Gen Z
Well,
people?
you don't do any of that.
Well, not anymore. I'm fucking retired, baby. But it's like, you know, I'm sure Bill Russell used to still enjoy watching the NBA, even as the game changed. There's no game anymore.
It was never about the actual game for him.
But what I'm saying is, the thing I think that is hard and why you don't see more Wish movies is the dynamic of the Wish takes away character power inherently, right? It changes things to where there's a lack of earnestness. There's a lack of characters making choices of their own accord if done poorly. I think this one does. This is one of the best Wish gone wrong movies I've ever seen. Like, they did it exceptionally well.
No, you just don't like the choices. Like, he had choices from the very beginning. As soon as he found out that he could kill himself, he had a choice.
He had one choice in the movie that he never made.
No,
he had one
choice
he could make.
He could not have snapped the thing.
Okay, well,
he could have killed himself.
That's not really a choice because he doesn't think that's a real thing.
He didn't know the consequences.
Who would honestly believe that thing you bought for $7 is real?
The lady at the store seemed pretty freaking ominous.
Yeah, I love, whenever I travel, I go to these fucking, every city I go to, I look for occult bookstores and I try to go to these places and I meet these weird curly-haired women
like
all over.
Happen to you, huh?
I would fucking love it. But I always buy books from them and they tell me about their fucking crystals and all this shit. They're really good at telling me that all of this is real and they believe in it and the moon's sagging or whatever the fuck they say. It's all fucking horseshit. There's no part of him that believes this is real. So he really has one choice the whole movie, which is a hard way to write a film, right? When a character has no fucking ability to say or do anything that really alters the course.
I mean, I think
that can be a very daunting storytelling challenge. I think they did a good job, though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think
they did do a good job.
What I'm saying is, I think that's why more writers don't tackle this.
They don't try to do this
because you're losing so many of the weapons in the writer's bag.
They did a good job because, like, once he heard that told you everything you needed to know about this guy.
Pretty much.
He should have offed himself the second he heard.
But he also bought that for her, right? He was gonna give her the wish, as like a cute little thing, and then she fucking leaves because he's friend zoned it, and he's trying the advice of his friend. It gets really messy. What I'm saying is, I think that's why we don't see more wish fulfillment. The thing that I really latched onto in this movie, weirdly, is I feel like it's the perfect commentary on the social media era right now without having really a social media presence pop up at all in the film. But to me, I think it really plays on those kind of gnawing, ever-present fear of social media in younger people's lives without having to have like a haunted app, right? Like, it really gets at this.
Yeah.
Who are we presenting as? The way that we fetishize these idealized versions of people without knowing their full past and their stories.
See, I think it's the opposite.
I thought there was like a real ominous like social media cloud.
I think human beings have always been like this, and social media has just like shined a bright light on it.
Well, what it is, social media has turned us into the fucking lab gerbils. They just always want to hit a fucking meth water.
And it leaves a record of everything.
Right, and I think what it is you see this, to me, this is a John Hughes movie infused with kind of the nightmare of this era. Which I thought was actually really clever how to me, it was hearkening really to like the ominous, like the lack of individuality and choices in the social media era that these kids have grown up with. And now the younger generations are starting to turn on social media and technology, right? Like, they're going back to flip phones. They're making their phones dumb. I thought that, and there's just something cool. And that's why
that's a lot to get from this movie.
All the best horror movie comes from young people, right? Because they just have these anxieties and they've lived in this in a way we haven't. And I thought this was like a cool moment. Like, you can see the culture it was formed out of without having to beat your head over it, like Countdown.
I'm confused by the social media connection. What are you...
I'm telling you, it's in there. These are kids that are steeped and raised in social media.
Of course.
And you see this ever-looming present of the kind of fake fronts that every character in the film is pressing at all points, right? His friend's lying to him. He's lying to the girl. She becomes a fucking, you know, kind of internet dream girl version of what he wishes she was, right? At the start, at the montage. I was like, this is very social media.
That's just human nature, yeah.
That's human nature.
No, but what I'm telling you is because they're young and they grew up in this is the kind of fears they have.
All right.
You see the fears are different from generation to generation.
Let me offer you a similar but alternate take on this. And this is not my own. This is from another filmmaker that I've recently connected with. He made this
that
video.
Sounds like Heath cracked a stick, dude.
Ooh. You cracked a stick?
You getting it in, bro?
I want a couple of those obsessed up on me.
I wish I had this tape.
I can't wait till we go to the test screening and Heath's just getting fucking chased down and hit with bottles by some random bearded guy. Yeah. Why don't you like my short? Just beating Heath's ass.
Look, I'm always out there. I'm always connected.
Read it.
I'm always networking. Follow Misfit Parade, by the way. Look, no, he had a really interesting take that at first I was kind of like dubious about, because everybody's talking about AI, right? Well, how does AI connect to this movie? There's nothing in it that is remotely evoking AI. But his whole point was that when you make the wish, that it's almost like what's happening to, what's her name, Nikki?
Yeah.
The main character?
Yeah.
So it's Bear and Nikki, and Bear makes the wish.
Freaky Nikki.
Yeah, Freaky Nikki.
He has a dog name, and her name is Nikki.
So he wishes for Nikki to love him more than anyone else in the fucking world, is what his wish is. And then what this, this magic or whatever, the mechanics is that allows this to happen is analogous to AI in that it is synthetic. It doesn't quite know exactly how to make that work on a human level, right? Yeah. And it's interpreting what love is and what affection and commitment is in ways that are just kind of like not from experience, but just from observation. And it's fucking weird and it's off and it's not quite right.
Well, think about these kids. They've grown up in an entire world where everything is unreal. Everything is fake. I was listening to this guy the other day, and with AI and social media, they talked about, he's like, why do you think kids aren't dating anymore? And he's like, because when we were young, right, you'd go up to a bar and you'd fucking talk to a girl,
well, that's just the thing.
And you'd burn out. But now it's like when you go up and do that, you're recorded. And your fucking failure becomes a mockery forever. So it's like they've grown up in this with AI and social media where their nightmares are different than ours.
Well, technology has made everything too easy.
Yeah.
You don't earn it now. And so this is the bargain that you get back by going on ChatGPT and saying, let's write a novel, ChatGPT, let's write a screenplay. Mm-hmm. And it's going to come back as something that is close, but not fully organic and legit and has a soul.
Right. And I think that's the brilliant thing is like all the best horror movies of all time come from people taking the fears of their era and synthesizing them in a way that's more universal. Because this to us plays like a John Hughes movie, I would imagine. That's how I thought about it. I was like, this is classic Say Anything, just nightmarish. Like Say Anything's literally a guy who just like will not leave this fucking girl alone.
Fucking pest.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And you're like, stop. But then it's like, we all remember the boombox. Like, that's romantic. Yeah. And it's fucking not.
I don't know. Right? I think you guys are wrong, man. I feel like you're putting a lot of your own
thoughts
into this.
Sam, I wish I've been trying to learn from Sam to years how to just watch a movie and not have a thought.
Let's talk about the actual movie we watched.
But that's what
that is the fucking movie we watched.
If this was about AI, why wouldn't it be about AI?
Well, look, I'm not saying
because that is where bad filmmakers go. You have to synthesize the horror of the moment.
What a great
You're
movie
telling me
does.
that this movie is about AI.
Oh, hold on.
No.
You're telling me Obsession
I'm not
is
saying
about
it's
AI.
about AI. I'm saying you can clearly tell
it's about
made,
social media presence.
It's clearly made by people where those are their nightmares.
It's not, dude.
It is.
Sam, it's not. This is a classic human story.
I think you're right. This
is a very simple human story.
But look,
about being careful what you wish for.
Yes, and
putting people up on pedestals, and then realizing that this is not what I actually want.
It's kind of exactly like social media or how AI puts us on a pedestal that we don't deserve.
A lot of people use social media for different things, bro.
Look, what makes really good movies like this, and why we're already getting heated, is because it takes a simple idea and allows you to fill in what you want into it. I mean, that's what really good movies do. And so, yes.
Really good movies come from really good scripts that are written by people who are products of their time, right? The same way that The Exorcist isn't just about a fucking girl being possessed. It's also about the temperature and the heat of the time, right? The lack of institutions that are holding up, the loss of family. Like, every horror movie has other things that it's talking about besides just, like, Michael Myers is just not a guy stabbing girls, right?
Is he not?
That's an attack on the white flight to the suburbs, right? Where we'll be safe out here, and now they're not.
No, so I feel like that's a lot of shit that people add to it that doesn't make any sense. No. That you didn't write that thinking, hey, I'm going to make the suburbs like.
But that's what I'm saying. That when you're a writer,
it's stuff that people add.
When you're a writer, you're writing based on what scares you and your own experiences. Yeah. Those things inherently come in and are influenced by the time. These kids were raised in it in a way that we weren't. That's how their minds work. That's how they
hardly
process
even on their phones at
all.
all.
This kid's like 20 fucking 6 years old. This Curry Barker kid.
Yeah.
Like, he grew up in this. That's what scares them. It's different than us.
I just feel like if that was the point of the movie, they would have made that more the point of the movie.
I don't agree. That's not.
Why wouldn't they make that the point of the movie?
That's literally not how any art works, except for bad art
or good art that actually tries to
that's
make
how
a
Steven
point.
Seagal movies work.
No, it's not.
You know
dude, you're being unfair to me. Like, if you're gonna make a point, why not make the point?
It's like, if your whole thing is just like, let's not talk about what we saw. Mind. Let's just fucking shrink it down to the dumbest version of it.
No, I'm saying let's just talk about what we saw.
And I think this movie achieved more than that.
Okay.
So I think you're both right.
But the human nature is way more influential and important than any type of the certain time period that you're in. Like, that stuff is actually the good art. If you go back and read, any of those old classic Charles Dickens novels, right?
Yeah,
they weren't about the time. They were about human nature.
They're literally about the time.
But the reason
they existed in the time.
Oliver Twist literally exists in a period of time where Dickens
but it was showcasing the nature of humans.
I understand. Yes. There are universal truths that get synthesized through the time.
That's why it's timeless. It could have been influenced by what was happening at the time.
Specificity makes things timeless.
But the best, like, look at Apocalypse Now, right? Like, that's a movie about Vietnam. But it's not. It will last much further than any Vietnam movie because it's just about human nature and about war.
It just takes place at Vietnam,
yeah. It's
just
about
like
the horror.
This movie
just
takes place in this era, but this movie is about so much more than social media.
Yes, I agree.
And the influence social media has on kids.
I mean, it's an
like
analysis.
You could show this movie to someone in the 1700s and they'd understand it. They wouldn't need to know about social media.
I'm with you, Sam. But it's a good read, Griffey.
This is cool. This will just be a 5-minute pod. Yeah, a guy did this, and a guy did this, and a guy did this, and then it ended.
No, why can't we talk about, like, relationships and all the stuff that I think the movie's supposed to be about? Yeah. Why does it have to be about social media and the enemy of the internet?
Tell me exactly what the movie's about. I got 10 minutes.
It's about unrequited love and the links that we're going to...
It's not love, first off.
He loves her.
He doesn't love her.
Well, it's infatuation.
It's infatuation.
This gets back to the why you're not factoring in the things that make a storyteller, right? Because it's not about... He doesn't love her. He's obsessed with her. Obsession is his obsession, not hers. That's the inversion.
I feel like
he's obsessed with a fictionalized version of a girl.
Yeah.
And then fucking traps her in his obsession.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead. So he's not in love with her. Continue.
That's like social media? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like it's
about
like,
all these guys that pay $8 a month to jerk off to a girl because they think they're going to fucking fall in love.
Okay. Well, yeah, but that's not because of social media. That's because of humans.
Yes, I agree, Sam. I'm with you.
Dude, if they could jerk off to women privately in the 1700s, they would have been doing it.
Yep.
I'm right. All right. Oh, no. So, dude, okay. So
let's get to the actual movie here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about only what the images are and no fucking subtext.
God.
Let's go.
That's not what I'm saying. I just got a different...
It's literally what you said for 5 minutes. We'll just cut all that shit out.
No, it's a good movie that you can read in a lot of different ways. Like, you can read it as a social media allegory. You can read it as an AI allegory. You can read it as a unrequited love. You know, like what happens when someone pines for someone that doesn't want them back story. Mm-hmm. That's timeless.
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes it.
That's what makes
I
it
think
good.
We'll make this an enduring film. And it's exciting.
And finally getting what he wants.
But we didn't read it the way Griffey read it. So I guess maybe we just need to stop.
Yeah. No, and the thing is he finally gets what he wants and it's not what he actually wants.
Well, and that's always the tension in a wish fulfillment movie.
That is what it seems like happens in real life too. It's just this is a much more extreme version of that, you know? And I think that's the message they're trying to.
I agree.
Okay. So where do we want to go from here?
Exactly at the start in chronological order. with no fucking insight. That's exactly what I want to do now.
No, we're all having our own unique insight to it.
Yeah, I don't get what the problem is, dude.
There's no problem. I disagree with you 100%.
You clammed up like a little fucking seashell.
No, I didn't realize you had never seen a podcast and know that this is what podcasts are.
I just don't think that that's what that movie's about.
You are right. I agree.
Okay.
I'm doing the Keanu Reeves. Just when people disagree with you, just
subscribe and do all that stuff. We'll see you next time.
Wrap it up.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Since there's nothing to talk about in this whole movie,
we at least have to do messed up moments. Which this movie
yeah, that's true.
has a ton.
You gotta have social media breakouts.
This movie has a ton of messed up moments. Yeah. What was the first one for you guys? For me, I think it was the first jump scare where he takes her back and, so he makes the wish, right? And suddenly everything's changed. He drops her off at her house. He can't admit to her that he likes her. Even when she presses him, she's like, I feel like you like me. Do you like me? And he won't admit it. Yeah. So she goes home and he's sitting out at the curb. And then he takes that little wish thing that he was going to gift to her and he does it for himself. I wish Nikki loved me more than anybody else in the world. And as soon as he breaks that thing, she's standing back out on the porch. And then she comes over and she's like, hey, finding any excuse she can to go home with him or get him to come inside. They end up back at his house. He's like, okay, you can sleep in my bed. Well, will you sleep with me? Will you be next to me? She takes off her shirt, puts her head on his shoulder, all this stuff. And they start kissing. And then that's the first jump scare. Because what I think was really interesting about this, we just did a whole podcast on possessions, right? Mm-hmm. That was our last draft. Possession movies. This is a great possession movie.
Yeah.
Because what we learn right at that moment is that the real Nikki is still inside. She has a moment of consciousness. So they're kissing, they're making out, and then she flips out and launches herself backward. Is like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And falls off the bed.
Well, she's like waking up, right? She's like becoming her normal self, is what I got from that.
Fleetingly. And then when she comes back up, she's the possessed version again. Yeah. And so it's like this really freaky, especially if you're a guy, this like whole consent, non-consent kind of thing that young people, I think, here's a great support for your theory, Griffey, is to have that element in it. We would not have gotten, I don't think, with any other generation. Because I think post Me Too, this generation is much more conscious of the lines of consent and, is this right? Is this not right? I think guys are, not all guys, a lot, but a guy like this would be much more gun shy, to go through that. Now, he still ends up being a fucking creep because he knows better at a certain point. But this is the first moment where it's like, he doesn't fully understand that the wish worked.
Yeah. Well, he thinks she's just going crazy, right?
Well, that's the excuse he gives.
No, he knows the wish worked. The moment she comes back into the car,
he knows he has to suspect.
There's no fucking moment in this from her coming back to that car where he thinks he's worried about consent or he doesn't know what he did. What it is he's seeing how far the wish will go. Like, when is she going to wake up and stop him? And we just never see that moment. She doesn't have the ability to say no. But she has these moments where she flashes and the real Nikki comes through.
Yeah.
Right.
He knows immediately, though, what he did to her. Like, he knows. And
I don't
he keeps
know that he
waiting for it to end.
Well, I think he thinks a little bit of him.
She's never getting back into that car after he calls her freaky Nikki. And she's like, ew, don't fucking do that. Why did you do that?
Well, again.
And then she stops and turns back. He knows. He's like, uh-oh.
I don't know that he knows quite yet, but he at least has to suspect.
There's no universe where that girl crawls in the bed with him and takes her shirt off. And he's not like, this is not by the power of my magnetism. He knows what the fuck he did.
If you are delusional enough to want something so bad, you're going to believe that it can happen because you want that magic.
No. What he believes in is that it's going to happen. He's waiting to see if he's going to get caught.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost one of those, like, a hidden camera things. Like, is someone going to see that I did this? Like, I absconded with this girl. Did anyone see that I broke the thing? Again, that's the surveillance nightmare that these younger generations have,
and I think
right?
you're proven right.
He knows what the fuck he did.
Later in the movie, he goes through extreme lengths to cover it up, and I think that proves you right?
There is a moment where they're at, I think, dinner, they're at a bar or something, they're in a booth talking to each other, and it's right before his friend calls and kind of like, no, it's right after. His friend calls and says, oh, Nikki gave the excuse that her dad's dying or whatever. That's not, that was her excuse to get in the car and, you know, that she was vulnerable and she needed to stay over with him. And so we do this like very quick montage where they've spent like a couple days and their relationship is forming now. And I think he's so deluded because he's wanted it so bad that he's not grappling with what maybe he did. Yeah. He's just like,
he's so
my
excited.
Dreams are coming true. Yeah. And so now this is when reality is starting to smack him in the face. And he even, when he gets back to the booth, she says, I love you as much as anyone. And he says, more than anyone in the fucking world. And she says, yes, of course. Of course, he's repeating the line that he said when he made the wish.
Yeah. Right. Because he wants to.
He's testing her.
Because he knows. He knows.
He knows then.
He knows. He's known this girl for years. They've been friends for years.
Yeah.
She's never had any affection for him. He's a friend. He's a safe space. He's not. Well, he's not a lover. He's not in the arena. There's no universe where he comes out and gets any action with her.
Not everybody's that self-aware, though. This is what I think is really interesting about this.
I think this guy is. He's a full sweater emo, looking at his shoegazing all the time. This guy knows exactly. And if the fact
so you
that
think
you're
he's
saying,
just a bad guy from the beginning?
No, I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's a desperate, sad guy, right? And again, this gets back to we all look at these women all the time, whether it's Instagram, OnlyFans, whatever. You're stalking these women all the time, looking at their hot photos. And it's just like, you know, like guys who just like are on the fappening all day. We're just stealing these looks at them and we idolize them and we look at them as these fucking like mountains to climb or things we could own, right? And then you get it and it's not what you want, right? But this guy is in this delusional state where he makes this wish. He's so desperate. He knows that he's not going to get this girl. She's leaving her job. That's the other thing the movie drops at the start, right? She put her 2-week notice in. So she's about to just be out of his life.
So he
knows he has no shot.
You don't think that she's giving him mixed signals at all?
No.
But what about the phone call? When
I think this is a male POV thing. I don't think we're getting mixed signals at all.
What is
I
the
think he
phone
is
call?
so fucking clearly not a sexual partner for her. I think when she's like, hey, you got to come out to trivia night, I think he is a non-sexually threatening friend. And I think as guys, sometimes we struggle with that.
Yes, definitely.
Right? And I think that's our male point of view, jading the movie. She never once in this movie gives him any fucking hint that he's in the arena.
Well, look, we're only in his point of view for the movie.
Right.
So
and even in his point of view, she doesn't really give him any hints.
Yeah. In his point of view, he
knows. That's not true.
He knows it's an uphill battle.
There are a couple hints. Like if you want something so bad, you're going to grasp onto anything that could possibly suggest that you're going to get what you want.
Kind to him and talks to him.
She's nice, yeah.
Which a lot of guys way over-index.
And he fakes his own reaction. So he literally just picked up his dead cat who ate all these fucking pills from God knows where. And he comes home and finds his cat dead. And I was like, oh, another we're doing smile again moment.
Yeah.
He fucking throws his cat away. She calls on something. He's like, yeah, I don't know about tonight.
So he's scrolling her Instagram.
Fine. Yeah.
So he's on her Instagram. And then she calls.
Again, he's the one who's lying to her. He's the one who's trying to give these opportunities where he is just a non-threatening friend. So he's trying to create these moments where they have a connection that literally do not exist.
Did he?
No, he didn't tell her until after.
Yeah.
Right? He told the other friends or the other girl at the bar. Yeah. And then she mentions it on the drive home because like
it clearly came up over the course of the night.
Because that's a weird fucking thing to do. My cat fucking threw up to death and now I'm at trivia because I want to finger someone.
So he tells her she calls him and she says, hey, I have some things to tell you. You should come to trivia. And he's like, I don't think I can make it. And it's because his cat just died, but he won't admit that that's why. And so he is interpreting this as she wants him there because his hope is that she will confess her love to him the same way that he's planning to confess to her. So he's deluded.
This is the guy who the Hooters waitress puts a heart on your receipt and you're like, maybe.
Of
it's
course.
like, no, that never happens. Except for my brother. My brother bagged a lot of waitresses.
Yeah, but also when you're young,
it must happen.
You're not as cynical. You still believe in especially guys like this, like a Garden State style guy.
Yeah.
You still believe in the, hope that the dream girl will love you.
Well, no. I believe he believes in the hope. And I think the stick becomes this kind of beautiful manifestation of this bullshit we all are like, man, if I could just meet that giant Brazilian girl that I've been following on Instagram for 4 years, she would see my American prowess and we'd probably fucking face it. And then I could go back to my life, or we'd break apart and it'd be fine, whatever. Or we get married and have fucking giant ass kids, whatever, right? But like, I follow fucking hot young people all over the place on Instagram, right? And it's weird and it's creepy, and I really get invested in them until I find the next one. Because like they'll post a story where like I hear them talk or have an opinion, and I'm like, ooh, don't like that. And it's fucking gross. It's like a gross system we have. So I believe that he believes in the magic. I believe that the wish is not made out of nefarious decisions.
Right.
But I think the moment she comes back to that car, the movie is making no... It's not a movie of subtlety at all either. This is an absolute rub your face in the toxic masculine gaze, especially as portrayed by the I'm the sweet innocent friend, right? Because it's easy to go after, like, if a frat guy did this, it's a totally different movie where you're like, I knew it.
Right.
This promising young woman. I think this movie's trying intentionally to put the male audience members that think they're good guys.
Yeah.
Like, we're the John Cusacks, and if they just fucking knew how good I was. So I think the movie is specifically for the average male to sit there and think about, what are we doing that is toxic in our fucking pursuits and our lust and desire?
Because he's selfish. He doesn't really care whether...
So selfish.
Yeah. His whole goal is, I'm going to get Nikki to love me in some sort of way. Like, even if he doesn't act on that, or he doesn't have a plan for it, that's his fantasy. And he never takes the time to investigate whether or not she likes him.
But I think he knows. Like, he's been living this life for a long time.
I think he doesn't want to
investigate. This is the thing. We were all young guys at one point, and you had a crush or whatever. You know. You absolutely know. And there's always that Hail Mary, like, well, maybe if we're drinking at a party and she sees my fucking power because I just chugged my 8th beer, or I do a keg stand long enough, maybe. But you fucking know. And again, I think making it this little soaking wet noodle man, I think it's a really important choice to the movie.
Okay, I'd love to talk about that.
It's the guy who thinks he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And we see him be a good guy to the other girl that works at the music store.
Who he should be dating.
Who actually likes him.
Who actually likes him, and she's actually hotter.
You see this, like, whatever. Like, maybe. Different strokes for different folks, man. But you see this, like, there's a version of, like, actual love and a relationship and mutual respect that could happen.
A little bit of normalcy.
Yeah, and he refuses to even look at her. So in a weird way, she's doing what... They're all kind of doing the same thing.
Right.
But he's the one who... He's hiding behind this shield of, I'm a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And the most effective scenes in the movie are watching him hide behind the shield of, I'm a nice, meek guy. As she goes out, and now Nikki's going to a party with him and completely fucking destroying her reputation.
Yeah.
Completely destroying the way people look at her, because she's this fucking maniac now, is hitting herself with bottles and moving Sarah away from him when they're drawing Jenga blocks to kiss. She looks insane. So all the friends are putting all that ire and hatred in, oh, we see the real you on Nikki and not him. He is a sad victim in all of this. And I think that's the insidious card that this movie plays so often, is that there is a part of me as a male viewer that's like, dude, this fucking sucks for dude.
Well, you could
like, we've all hooked up with that girl, and all of a sudden it's like, it's a lot of fucking text messages. Like, holy shit.
It's definitely playing on that.
Yeah, and it's playing on these things where you're like, I've been there, and I'm not a fucking monster of a movie.
Yeah.
But he is the monster of the movie. And the movie, for no fucking time, there's not a moment of this film where the movie's grappling with, maybe she brought this on herself. This is an onslaught of how we fucking lie and delude ourselves to have these fucking fictions and fantasies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a fucking... Because again, I thought we were going to do the, like, you know, oh, is he actually not that bad? Like the fucking boyfriend in Midsommar. This guy's indefensible. This guy is an absolute...
If he would have offed himself at the start of the second act, I think it would have worked.
Well... You mean not
the movie wouldn't work? The movie would be over.
Yeah. we would have been like,
we would have felt like, like
he actually loved her and cared about her.
Yeah. Well, think about the final moment, which becomes this, you know, she breaks the stick to put the spell on him, but he's already had all the fucking pills.
Yeah.
And there's that fucking moment where she's gonna kill herself too, because her obsession is gone. And she has that moment where she wakes up, she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And the trauma of all this sits on her. And it's like, to me, that's the movie. Right, is what he has done to her. Like, imagine if you had watched The Exorcist, and then the last frame of the movie was Reagan sitting there with the person who injected the demon in her, right? Like it's so
like,
fucking evil.
You know what's
and dark.
interesting? I just read this before I came over, that was not the original ending.
I read that too.
Yeah.
What was the original?
For her to actually kill herself.
Yeah.
That she was still possessed or that
so
she had gone through so much.
Feeling like, oh, she could have just waited a
shittier.
minute.
He described it as a Romeo and Juliet ending. Obviously, they went with the right ending.
Yeah.
But before we get to the ending...
Well, this is Romeo and Juliet if she wakes up and comes to her senses, right?
So there's so much to get into. God, we could probably go for hours on this pod. I want to streamline it more, but I am interested in what you brought up, Griffey, about him being such a wet noodle character. So this is part of the problem. So I've seen it twice. The first time, this bugged me because I really didn't like him. He was not relatable, and I thought it was a funny movie. Like, I was laughing a lot through the movie the first time I saw it. Saw it as a pitch black comedy, and I was just like, it would have just kind of solidified that more if the main character would have had any sense of humor whatsoever. He was such a beta, like, just constantly
He's always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Yeah.
Always on his heels, never any charm whatsoever. And to me, that sucked some of the potential charm out of the movie that I thought it was giving us. Upon second viewing, I started to go the other way on it. And I started to see more of the intention about why he, experientially, that first viewing, you're looking for a great time. Like a Weapons is a great time. All the characters are kind of crackling, even though, they're not all redeemable, but they have something that you like about them that you want to follow and watch, right? Mm-hmm. This character, the main character, had none. He had no charisma.
Yeah. I've only seen it the once. I didn't really latch on to any of them. Like, I didn't think anyone in the cast I gave a fuck about.
I think that's a tough thing for a movie.
And it can be one of those, like, maybe I'm just getting to the age where every movie about college age people, I'm like, stop being assholes. Like, your life is perfect now. You're about to have jobs and taxes and whatever. Like, stop being fucking assholes. So, like, I didn't think any of them were interesting or engaging, but I understood. Like, there was a familiarity in, like, the group dynamic, right? But I was kind of like, oh man, I'm not really digging these people at all.
Yeah.
But again, I think the point of him being, we've all had that friend. And if I say, who is your friend who used to pine over the girl but never did shit about it? Like, and I'm thinking of a guy right now. I won't say his name on the pod because I love him very dearly. We were very close in college.
Wait, is it me?
No, it's not you.
Okay, thank God.
You done good for yourself. And actually, I'll give you a lot of credit. You always have a really firm belief in yourself and a lot of bravery in how you approach things.
And my thing is, I'll pine for a woman, but I lose interest really quickly.
Yeah, you don't break a stick, brother. Yeah. But no, when I tell you who I'm thinking of, you'll be like, oh, of course. But I had this friend in college, and it was like, almost like he was a knight. Like, he had this code about, like, this woman has to be this and this and this. And I was like, brother, you're a 4. Like, you are the lowest number without having, like, a body part missing or, like, a fucking full medical deformity. I was like, you are bringing.
Well, you're just saying that because you didn't want to fuck him.
Well, I didn't. I would have to make him less sad. But I was like, brother, what are you bringing to the table? You don't have family money. You're failing. Like, you have, like, nothing. Like, you have no abs. Your fucking haircut sucks. You dress like shit. Your taste in entertainment is terrible.
Are you sure you're not talking about Sam?
Yeah. No!
Whoa, dude.
No, whoa, I would never.
My haircut's on point.
Sam and I have been wingmen on many adventures.
Wait. We've talked about your college haircut.
Sam and I.
Oh, my college haircut.
Your college haircut.
He did used to have the fucking Pete Rose with like a Peter Griffin build.
You know what? I didn't ever spend money on a haircut.
We could tell. Yeah. I knew that.
And I think that actually made me better.
Me and Sam have wingmen on a lot of adventures, and Sam has a firm belief in himself and a bravery that I
yes.
But this guy was one of those, he'd sit in the room and he would just bitch to me about, like, how does this girl not know about it? And I was like, go talk to her. I can't do that. And I was like, well, go to this party with me. Yeah. She's coming tonight. Oh, I can't do that. I don't like this. And it's like, it's just one of those things where you're like, how do you think?
It's like
in your fantasy, how do you think this is going to happen? And every friend group has that guy.
It's not just that. It's all the fucking filmmakers we talk to.
Yeah.
Oh, like, it's all of them.
It's this entitlement that, the world should just recognize.
Yes.
Understand.
And again, it's that, but I'm a good guy. I'm doing all the right stuff and it's not working out for me. And I was like, right. Because no one owes you a thing. You got to go out and fucking build consensus. And like, I've been married now for fucking 10, 12 years, something like that. Like, you don't always get along. It's not always great. Our looks are fading, right? Like, you're getting older. You have more serious problems. Like, if you don't build that relationship, like that, the infatuation phase is short.
Right.
Right. And this is a loser who hides behind the shield of, well, you know, I'm sensitive and I wear a sweater.
Sure, but when you're 22, you don't know that. Yeah. You don't have that perspective.
You might not know.
But I think I do not accept the fact that this guy in the movie doesn't know from the moment she gets back in his car that he is stepping into a realm of unfairness.
Well, he even acknowledges to his friend the next day. He was like, it was fucking crazy. It was weird. Like, I think she has severe, like,
mental problems.
Dude, they're in the room and she literally flies out of the bed like it's a Nick Cage performance moment because she's so scared they're fucking kissing. He knows in that moment what he done wrong because he can't sleep and he goes and fucking Googles, is this fucking real?
Yes.
He knows the entire movie that he is.
You're right. Yeah.
He's fucking this woman without consent.
He knows, he just doesn't want to admit it.
Right, because it's okay. Because now...
Because his dreams are coming true.
Yeah, his dreams are coming true. His friends see that she loves him, which gives him this extra fucking ego boost. And this and that. The horror of the movie
comes... And they
think,
weirdly, she's taking advantage of him, which I always thought was weird.
But that's the horror of the movie, is how her reputation is destroyed.
Yeah.
So not only is her body being violated by him, her mind is being violated by him. Reputationally, he's destroying her.
Dude, maybe
because now his buddy's calling and it's like, dude, her dad is fine. So now everyone's talking shit about her behind her back.
So and he tells him that.
Sarah's turning on him.
And even after that moment where he knows, he goes back to the booth and he says, did you lie to me? Love me more than anyone in the world. He knows for a fact at that point. The next scene, he's having sex with her.
Well, not only that, what does she do? She stands up in the restaurant. I thought we were having a good time. And everyone in the restaurant looks at her. Oh, another out of control, emotional woman.
Exactly.
Everyone in the restaurant's judging the shit out of her and feeling bad for him. And then he goes home and he's fucking her and she's going, and you're like, that's fucking vile. And like, this movie's not hiding how fucking disgusting what this guy's doing is. And the beautiful part, the girl India is what's her name?
Inde something.
Nick's got it.
Navarrette?
Inde Navarrette. Her performance
Amazing.
is fuck. I have read some shit online where people are like, she should be up for an Oscar. I was like, that's fucking stupid. Pump your brakes.
Oh, I would support that. I would support that.
I feel like it's easy
for a fucking Oscar.
I feel like it's easy to be crazy.
This is not Toni Collette in Hereditary territory. This is fine.
You might want to go back and look at it again. It's pretty amazing.
Are you comparing this to Toni Collette in Hereditary?
I am. Yes.
That's the wildest shit.
I am.
Oh, good Lord.
I thought Sam's movies don't have subtext was the wildest shit I would hear tonight.
I never said movies don't have subtext. I just don't agree with your subtext, bitch.
I think it's an unbelievable performance. It's doing so much more than it has any right to do.
It was good.
You're right, but it's like she's not better than the girl from Smile 2. Like, she's just doing a lesser version of that.
She was great too.
She was really
the girl
good.
in Smile 2.
Again, I'm not trying to throw stones. She did a great job in the film.
Naomi
Scott.
Yeah, I think watching her do this, the way that we are parading her through the movie and watching her friends and family turn on her, not her family, but her like friends, her chosen family, right?
It seems like her family already did turn on her.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. So
I don't think she's blameless in all this.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
I'm just joking.
That's what I was waiting for.
Well, her family had to turn on her for some reason.
I mean,
maybe because they
this.
fucking suck.
I thought
my dad left me when I was like fucking 7. I was fine. I didn't do anything shitty yet.
Well, I didn't know you when you were 7, so I can't comment.
I was great when I was 7.
You were great. Okay,
yeah, way better.
I think you were telling me a story about how you like stabbed a pencil into someone.
That was 3rd grade. That's older.
That's like 9.
That's like
older?
9 or 10.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
And that's because my dad left me. I stabbed a kid with a pencil.
Okay.
It's his fault. He pretty much held my hand and did it with me.
Did you ever ask why he left? Maybe it was because
just fucking I don't know, just some bullshit.
Was it just some bullshit?
Just some parental bullshit.
Just some bullshit?
Maybe your mom did a wish.
Maybe my brother, definitely not me. I was the only blameless one in the whole situation.
Of course.
And I fucking jaded my whole life. No, but what I'm saying is, I think again that's the reason that this Wish movie works, because I do think Wish movies are one of my absolute least favorite kind of horror subgenres.
What are other Wish movies like? Big
Wishmaster,
Wishmaster,
Aladdin. I feel like this
there's 50 Monkey Paw movies. There's like 5 Tales from the Crypts about be careful what you wish for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot
It's very
of that.
similar to Aladdin because doesn't he trick
Aladdin.
Giselle? Or what's her name? Giselle?
Jasmine
into like falling in love with him.
Well, no, pretty much Aladdin, though, he just gets a fucking like Queer Eye makeover. He's got cool ass clothes and a magic carpet.
I know,
and
but
Jasmine's
that's lying.
like, ooh.
That's some toxic
that's
shit.
the difference because Jasmine wanted to suck him off when he was a street rat still.
Did she?
He had that Riz the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she wanted to suck him off, but then the guards came in and arrested him and shit.
All right.
So when she sucks him off as a prince, it's okay.
Okay, we don't need to use
Well,
that
it's legally
phrase that much.
okay. At that point.
Yeah, they're like married. They're married. Don't censor that. I want that on air. No, we can't keep cutting out the whole pod.
I mean, we all know why Aladdin was doing it. It wasn't to like have parties. It was to get sucked off.
Well, yeah. Why does anyone do anything?
Disney just didn't want to tell you.
What this movie's asking us is, what kind of fucking supernatural crimes would you do to get sucked off?
Yeah, what is your
And my
limit?
answer's 0.
0?
Yes.
You're just saying that because you don't have any.
He's a good guy.
I would not fucking make a woman
if you
love me
actually
against her
had
will.
some of those stuff.
Also,
what about like an Al
Hey, have
Qaeda?
you seen the movie Obsession, brother? I would never.
Actually, how are we not certain that you didn't do a One Wish Willow on Amy? Because
That is true.
it's kind of, you know, a
Well,
lot of people ask the question.
all
Griffey.
right, all right.
A lot of
First
people ask
off,
the question.
How fucking dare
I'm
you?
starting to think I got
I feel
one
like I'm
with
the catch. I feel like I'm the catch. Here's the second part. Fucking Nick with that cunty laugh in the background. I hate that.
You definitely didn't get One Wish
I
Willow.
fucking hate that.
She would have
Here's the other
picked
thing.
someone else.
The only problem I have a little bit with the movie is her behavior post Wish turns into kind of stupid movie stuff sometimes.
It does.
Like there are moments where you're just like,
But it's fun.
Why is she doing that? Like, why are we doing like here's the moment where you're like, this is what keeps it from being like a Stone Cold classic to me. Why is she doing like the Thriller dance and shit?
Yeah.
Like why is she like
It's just
like she's doing like a James Harden like fucking dribble move.
It's flair.
It's flair, but it's stupid. Like what's the fucking point of that?
It's definitely
like
not
when
explained.
when she's at the house party, right? And she drags the girl away and there's shit like that. Why is she just hitting herself in the face with a bottle when the scene is resolved and she already won?
Because it's made by a 26-year-old who's like looking to make a career.
No, I agree, but the rest of the script feels so sure-handed.
Yeah.
They're like the fact that
That's the thing.
those kind of moments become so unmotivated to me.
But you know, you're not going to suddenly. This isn't going to be a Paul Schrader movie, you know. Like we're not. We're not going to do like First Reformed with this.
Yeah.
So it has to be, and I'm sure producers had a hand in this as well. It has to be commercial, and you have to do those horror elements. So I was impressed by the restraint that it had. I was not expecting the level of maturity that it did.
They really slow down in Act 1, which you would not expect, which I appreciated a lot. But then there's just shit like he wakes up and it's like she's watching him sleep.
Yeah,
and that's kind of like
you do the thing where she's
all right,
you
but
know,
like
in the
she's
corner.
Like, she's in the corner.
Yeah, why
like,
was she in the corner?
Well, that's what I said. I was like, why is she over there watching him? Why does she have a suit jacket on with her tits out? I was like, all right.
No, it was her.
And then,
it was
like,
his jacket. It was his sweater.
I know, but like, okay. And then she's just saying, she's like, go back to sleep. And then she does the and like fucking lunges forward. And then she goes back. She's like, I'm sorry, go back to sleep. And I was like, well, that was fucking stupid.
Well,
like that was fucking.
It seems like
it was so bad that it pulled me out of the movie.
Trying to creep him out, but we don't know why she's trying to creep him out.
I think you could also like.
There's like this thing where I think they're playing the automated responses of like her interior self trying to
escape,
take control. But what I'm saying is that visually came out in such a stupid moment that that was the first moment in the movie I paused and I was like, oh no, this is gonna crash and burn. And then it righted the ship and was a fun ride. But there were some moments that were so fucking stupid.
That's one of those things where
for such like a really like emotionally mature story.
That's
which
just
did impress me. Like some of the horror movie shenanigans are fucking lame. Like sorry, I can't apologize. Like some of those moments are fucking
going to work
stupid.
differently on different people. You know, it is a risk, but it could pay off. I think those moments pay off for other people that come into a movie like that, wanting jump scares, wanting, you know, the carnival.
It makes
of
it more palatable to a wider audience.
Yes, it really does.
Can we go back to the hitting themselves part? Because I kind of dug that. I get what you're saying about how it was just to keep people excited.
Well, the scene was already over. Like, why is she hitting herself with the bottle
but I think
at the party?
The reason they kept going back to that, like hitting yourself, hurting yourself, trying to kill yourself, talking about killing yourself, I think that's a common trope in these toxic relationships where if some person's trying to leave, it's like, well, I'm going to hurt myself. I can't live without you.
No,
I think that's what they're trying to do.
When she threatens to kill herself, that made sense to me. Like, it's a boys' night. I'm going to go out.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll slice my wrist.
But I think the hitting yourself with the bottle is realizing, oh, I fucked up and made this weird. I'm going to punish myself.
No. You guys are forgetting.
But again, what it is it's the girl who's already having her name dragged through the mud by this guy, and her internal self is just exacerbating that. Like,
no,
why
I don't
is
think
she
that's her
piling
internal
on?
self. I
yes,
think
it is. It is.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
She's trying to
Well,
kill herself.
If it's the demon version of her
She
trying
says,
to make it to where like he has to take her to and then he takes her to the ER and they're like, not her. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
because she refused. I had the benefit of seeing it twice, so I saw things. I was looking for things.
Yeah.
When they go to the ER, she's shaking her head. She won't come out of the car.
Right.
So she's not giving consent.
Right.
To be admitted. So
I thought the nurse was just like lame. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, it wasn't obvious, but before that, the scene before, she has another one of those freakouts where internal Nikki comes back, like has a glint of self-awareness suddenly and freaks out. And then that's why she smashes herself with the bottle, because she even smashes it on the table and she says, it's not me. It's not me. And then she smashes the bottle on the table and then into her face. So it's like one of these reflexive kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just struck me as fucking stupid. For like a movie that's not stupid, the horror stuff was creeping dangerously close to like, this is just not good. But then they always found another scene that kept me really engaged. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird. I feel like a lot of younger filmmakers, they get the horror stuff right, and then all the other shit is gone.
Yeah,
this is kind of the inverse, where I'm like, they fucking just shot the moon on the hardest stuff of filmmaking, and then the horror scenes are just kind of dumb.
I kind of felt
I guess
that way
maybe
too. There's
a part of it too where maybe the read they're going for is that she's trying to hurt herself so that he won't like her anymore.
Maybe,
but also like, she's in there with this thing. She's got to know that there's no easy way out. Like scratching herself up isn't going to help.
She could be trying to kill herself.
Well, then you want to aim at your face.
She literally does ask him to kill.
She does ask him.
So
that was one of the best scenes in the movie.
That was a great scene. So they get through the party.
So every time she's conscious, she hits herself.
They get through the party. Everything
aim at
from
the
the
fucking
party.
neck, you know? Like, what are you doing?
I just thought
that's a good point too. Yeah,
all of that stuff that you're saying, Griffey, I totally get. But to me, it's forgivable with the poem that she reads at the party,
dude. That
which was
wild.
So about Hansel and Gretel.
I mean,
hot. Sam,
I got aroused during that part.
What?
Well, I had a point, but now the pod's over.
Jesus
Go ahead.
Christ.
Go ahead.
Dude, I was just like, where is she going with this? She's talking about flaying the skin and putting it in between her legs and stuff.
It's an incest story.
So,
but I'm not involved in it. I'm just listening. I've watched tons of lesbian sister porn, and I was into it. I don't care about incest.
Step or normal?
Either, dude. I know that neither one of them are either. So,
all right, well, paint a picture for me. Where are you watching this movie? How many people are in the theater? How erect are you?
Oh, dude, I was next to two teenagers like making out.
And that were you erect from that or from the movie?
I tried to go to the bathroom and they would not move their legs. Yeah. To go pee.
Wait, so they had their legs in a way that you couldn't escape. So you were like the girl in this movie.
I was trapped inside my own fucking prison of
inside
obsession.
your own heart-on. You were trapped.
My neighbor's obsession with each other.
So this is an empty theater.
Well, and I kept looking over.
What, Lebanon, and you're just like sitting
I was
at
Noblesville. Thank you very much. Classy. And these two like high school students were just like making out the entire movie, and I was like, "You guys, there's a movie going on here."
It's like, you guys need to pay attention. This is important for you. I'm past my date,
and also I need to go to the bathroom.
Obsession's not scary. Yeah, obsession's not scary for me. I'm old. Yeah. You guys should be paying attention right now.
It was weird. They were laughing at everything. I was like, I don't know if you're supposed to be laughing right now.
I was laughing throughout the whole movie. Okay. Yeah, but
I laughed at the first couple freakouts, but then when it started getting darker, I was like, okay. But they were still laughing.
The dark stuff made me laugh.
I don't think I laughed outside of the first. I thought the cold open was really funny, where he poured his heart out, and it was just a waitress, and his friend's like, "That's awful."
I don't think I got to laugh
the rest
all
of the
through
movie.
The party. I was laughing my ass off at that incest story, which Sam was apparently jerking off to. And
different reaction.
And I was so they're playing. Do you guys remember Drunk Jenga? Like I'd never seen that in a movie.
Drunk Jenga. We played
it all
like
the time.
real drinking games.
I've never played sober Jenga.
No,
we played kings and beer pong and quarters and flip cup.
Well, how often did you get laid in college? Because drunk Jenga
was the
catalyst.
Yeah. What, was one of the fucking bricks suck me off?
Kind of.
That's why you were hard. That's why Sam was hard. He had sense.
I blacked out during Jenga, but
I played a lot of drinking games in college. None of them were at the end where everyone's like, that guy's sweaty and blackout drunk. I can't wait to wrestle him.
That's how you get in, right? You get the kiss one, and then exactly. That was nice. And then you end up going back to the room.
I thought that was high school shit. And then by college, we were playing with more fucking grown-up stakes.
Dude, I played Spin the Bottle in college, dude. It worked.
Oh, yeah.
That's the saddest thing.
I know, it worked, though.
Anyway, I thought it was hilarious when she goes up behind Sarah and just pulls her back.
It was cringy as shit. Like one of the cringiest, hardest to watch scenes.
The editing pacing, too. I was just like, man, this is so crazy.
Well, because she does that, she does that sad face.
Boom.
Like
that was funny as hell.
And it was like, ooh.
The pacing was excellent.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. They fucking crushed all the hardest stuff in a movie to me.
Yeah.
But I do think it's like an actual horror movie. I don't know that it did a lot for me. It is weird. Like there are things that were so exceptional with the movie, but I think the way her possession played out was just kind of like poorly executed.
Did it make you think about your wife at all a little bit? And some of the,
what the fuck? So dude, like, how many times do you want to fight this pod, Sam? What the fuck? Why my wife?
I had a couple things, and I know my wife doesn't support me or listen to this podcast, so.
Let it all out.
Every time,
my wife will tell me, like, every now and then, she's like, I listened to this show, I was like, that was 4 months ago. Like, she'll check one out every so often.
I was like, I've never snapped any fucking twigs, but every time I leave the room, my wife's like, where are you going? And I'm like, it's somewhere in this house.
Nikki, I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Dude,
I see. You're painting yourself as the victim in this.
I'm the one that's obsessed on.
You just had that.
Well, but it's not that. It's nothing important or cool. It's just like she just wants to control me, you know?
No, Amy is not obsessed with me. She never wants to hang out or talk or do anything with me.
See, that's nice.
Until
that's nice.
No. When I sit on the couch and I'm like, finally, a moment of peace. And quiet, and I turn on a movie, she'll sit down and just be like, I got this email today, and I'm just like, fuck!
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you want to talk now?
I'm stuck here for 14 hours.
I was like, I've been here forever. Like, we never talk or hang out until
that
I am quiet.
To me too, dude. I'll go in and I'll sit next to my wife, and I'll be like, okay, we're going to have a conversation or whatever, and I'll be like, hey, how's it going? She'd be like, it's going okay, and nothing happens for 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go play video games. And she's like, oh, you're leaving now?
Yeah.
And then she starts telling me a 4-hour-long story, and I'm like, oh, my God.
4 hours?
Did you just obsess me or something?
Did you obsess me?
Guys, I think there's a lot to unpack here that we should not be doing.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Sam is afflicted by a curse, and he doesn't know what subtext is. Sam has a lot of... And he played Spin the Bottle as a guy who could legally buy alcohol. Sam has a lot of shit to work through. Me too. It's not just
I probably
you,
bought the bottle.
Okay.
Sam was like drinking the bottle. He wanders into like a fucking high school. He's like, let's go.
All right. So once this movie starts ramping up.
Time out. Were you playing solo Spin the Bottle?
No, it was mostly dudes.
What?
Yeah, that tracks.
It was like 3 dudes, but there were 2 girls there, and we were like, fuck it, there's a chance.
Odds,
right?
Yeah.
Odds are, yeah.
It feels like when it's a not target-rich environment, that's where some idiot's like, I've got this plan. It's not a good one. They do the Great Escape thing. Like, this is our only way. We're going to have to spin the bottle. 3 of us might suck each other off, honestly, but 2 of us are getting it in.
There was a lot of, it knocked over. We got to redo it.
Yeah, I don't want to go in the closet with Rick. Right? And then the 2 girls kiss, and you're all just like, well, that's good enough for me.
It was Eric.
All right, anywho. Yeah. That was a lot. We've learned a lot today.
Wow. Nick, you have your work cut out for you.
Though, that Eric.
Oh, you're putting this on me? Okay, so anyway, let's talk about the most violent scene in the movie.
Wow.
The brick?
The brick. What
Definitely
a great way to kill someone.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that a lot. And dude, I'm impressed by Nikki's like coordination, because how hard would it be to... You got to break the window with the brick, and you got to use that same hand to place it there, and then almost immediately just start hitting her.
Yeah.
I was
also,
like, that takes some like
simultaneously, it's like, Sarah, you need to have better life preserving skills.
Yeah, like why didn't she fight back at all?
God, like you didn't fucking throw the seat and recline or fucking go to the side. You just get fucked up.
It was insane.
I'll tell you what I was expecting. I was expecting some kind of like blade to come through and it like be an instant kill. I was not expecting the long fucking drawn out
smush,
fucking massacre.
He said that he took out 6 or 7 additional smashes.
That's crazy.
Because it would have gotten NC-17.
It reminded me a little bit of the Yellow Bastard segment from Sin City.
It would have gotten NC-17 for that?
Stop
he said
fucking hitting.
To appease the ratings board that he had to cut that moment down.
Which is crazy because it's a relatively tame horror movie scene for the world we live.
Well, and it's such a great moment, too, because they keep panning back to Old Boy, and he's just, like, not doing anything. I'm like,
he's just fucking frozen.
Why don't you help her, man?
Well, because he's, again, his new fantasy of, like, maybe she'll fuck me, too.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's always in this fucking Peter Pan
He's just very selfish, huh?
Yeah, and she just fucking massacres. She's like, baby, this is kind of your fault. And I was like, it is your fucking fault. What the fuck? You tell her, I'm not coming to see you. And also, I'm not answering the door. You can pound all night. I'm not doing it. This guy knew he was setting her up to die. The audience all knows she's going to fucking die. I just was not prepared for how blunt force trauma that was going to be.
Yeah. It was good.
That was like a fucking mean.
The eye that's kind of hanging.
Oh.
I wanted it to move a little bit. I wanted it to like just have a little bit of life left to where she could look at him.
Yeah, that was fucking gnarly, dude. That was a disgusting fucking moment.
And that's the moment that you're like, okay, we're doing a hardcore R-rated horror movie.
Well, and that's his moment of I can't get out now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have to kill myself, and then he can't even fucking kill himself.
Dude, she's already pissing and shitting herself. Like, she's already fucking. By the way, let's talk about the real fucking wildest one. I know we got to save her messed up moments. She fucking is just playing with his dead cat a lot in this movie. Yeah. Like, this movie goes fucking disgusting.
That one hurt me personally.
So fucking fast.
Yeah. I hated it.
I did think that. I was like, poor Sam, dude.
I was
when
like,
he sees this movie
trigger.
trigger.
I would have killed her. I would have killed her right after that.
Then she could be a sandwich.
I was so distracted.
I would have eaten that bitch.
I missed a lot of the early things that were going on because I was so distraught over the cat being dead.
Yeah. It's like such a like, why are we doing this right now?
Yeah, it was
and then
like
they just,
the second scene.
He comes home and it's like, now it's on the floor with like candles around it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she's like, your lunch smells weird. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with Curry Barker and his cat thing? Like, why is this like a 3-beat? Why are we doing that 3 fucking times?
One major quibble with it, it did feel awfully convenient that the cat was able to get into the medicine cabinet and I was
trying to read it. I was like, whose fucking medicine is that?
Well,
it looked like a lady's name, like
it was
B something.
So he inherited the house from his grandmother who had passed.
Oh, is that what it was?
So yeah, I think it was his grandmother's pills.
And he just fucking took the childproof lock off of the thing and fucking sprinkled it.
Why did it say don't eat on the bottom of the pills too? I didn't get that. I was like, what is that all?
Yeah, that was weird.
Because it's not your fucking prescription, brother. What are you doing?
Why wouldn't you throw those away like immediately?
That threw me off.
Is that an early sign that he did that shit on purpose? That was his getting pussy plan?
Well, I don't know any other excuse.
Well, do you ever watch Full Metal Alchemist? It's the law of equivalent exchange.
No.
One pussy for another. You think he killed that cat on purpose?
Well, wouldn't you just get another cat pussy?
Oh, fuck, dude. That's horrifying. Was that scene not in the movie? I don't know. I think
also it could have been a dude cat. You never know.
Oh, dudes had big ass balls.
I forget the name of it.
Oh, it was Sandy. It was a female
Sandy.
cat.
There
are guy Sandys.
Well, I'm just saying it seems maybe a little bit like when he all of a sudden is like, yeah, I'll come to fucking trivia anyways. What if it's the law of equivalent exchange?
He needs to get it.
He's got to get it.
He should have just relied on that. Fuck the wish. Rely on science.
He should just know alchemy.
He should just know alchemy.
No. Yeah. I do think there's a small part of me. If I had another quibble with the movie, which feels weird because I did really enjoy this, I do think once it gets to the third act, I started to lose interest a little bit, right? It is one of those hard movies where it is kind of one of those, you're like, I know how this has to go. And like, they got me a couple times where I was like, oh, that was cool. I didn't fucking see that coming.
Yeah.
It's like, for instance, early in the movie, like when she's just duct taped the whole fucking door closed.
Yeah.
That was such a wild, like, wow, what a fucking great image, dude. That's awesome. And then she stands there like a dog who's like waiting for you when you get home.
That was cool.
And there's piss and shit and puke all over the floor. And they did this horrifying sound design where every time she moved, it's like,
yeah.
And I was like, what is still in her or on her? Like,
beans. There were beans.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of fucking bean diet. And you're like, this is crazy how much like nugs there are in the fucking liquid
But you're
shit.
right. The idea is that she was a dog, that she doesn't do anything until he comes back.
And so some of that horror stuff felt great. I think by the end we started to get, and it was weird because I was like, oh, this is how we got Texas Chainsaw. But it felt very disconnected from the movie I was watching. Are you talking
about the fact that he's taking on Texas Chainsaw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, I can see. Because I was watching the first act of this movie. I was like, why the fuck did they hire this guy to do a new Texas Chainsaw movie?
Yeah.
Right? Curry Barker.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I was like, oh, there it is. Like that's what got him the fucking gig. But there's this kind of point where he comes home. The brick obviously is like okay, now we're going for it. He comes home and the brick face girl's desecrated body's there, like fully naked.
Yeah.
And now she's like fucking drawing tattoos on herself, and the friend comes in, and I was just like, that kind of stuff. Weirdly, I was so unengaged in that point of the film. What were you thinking as you watched it the second time?
So I actually had this take the first time watching it. It wasn't immediate, but when I was driving home, it hit me what that was about. And I guess I'll just go ahead and say it because I was saving it for messed up moments. This was my most messed up moment, is when we see the girl that Sarah that. So just to back up a little bit for context for people who haven't seen it, it's hinted at throughout the movie that she is the one who has the crush on Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And so she texts him in the middle of the night and she's like, hey, I have some things to tell you. And she's trying to get into this college. And so it's after this party and they go and they meet and he's in her car and they kind of like do this acknowledgement that they like each other. And then Nikki breaks in and bashes her face with a brick and kills her. And then so he goes on this quest to like write everything and goes back to the shop and tries to find another Willow wish. And he wants to fix it. And then he goes to his buddy. This was actually my least favorite part of it, where he goes back to his buddy's house who had the party, and he's like, hey, you got to make this wish for me. You have to counteract.
This is also where they add the stupid, like, he was having sex with Nikki. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck does that add to the movie?
When I went back to see it a second time, that was in there, but.
Well, clearly, like, when he drives her home and shit, but I was like.
The other thing that was in there that I didn't pick up the first time is there's a line that's like, it's at the bar and they're like, hey guys, do you know that Sarah's dad keeps a gun in his safe? Because at the first time I was watching it in that finale, I was like, where the fuck did the gun come from?
Yeah.
So they do plant that. And so I got to give them credit for that. They cover their tracks. I mean, it's sort of convenient.
I do remember that now that you said that. Yeah.
Anyway, the buddy, Ian, he goes to make the wish and he just flippantly does it. And he says, I wish for $1 billion. And then like just money starts raining from nowhere. And that's where it's like,
it's kind of stupid because he actually gets his wish. Why didn't he actually get a girl that fell in love with him? He got this.
He got the wish.
Here's my thing.
But that's not love. That's codependency.
Here's my thing.
Because it's the thing. It's money. Sorry, Heath. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay. So there are two ways to look at it. And if you go back to that AI comment that my friend was making, I really like that read on it because his point was like $1 billion. That's like math. Like that's something that's easy, tangible.
You can make it super quick.
It knows how to do that. Like this is binary.
But love, it doesn't understand.
Love, it doesn't quite understand. So it's going to come out weird.
So like this is not actually love. This is something toxic.
Yeah, no,
he doesn't want love. He wants her to be obsessed with him.
But the point is that whatever this mechanism
and that's not love.
Whatever the lore
said love.
Is that it's whatever this force is that is granting these wishes. That it can't fully understand what humans, how they operate. But something like $1 billion raining from the sky, that's easy. The problem for me with that scene is making it that tangible. Open up so many questions to me then about like, okay, why hasn't anybody else wished for $1 billion? And why is that not on the Reddit thread?
This is the stupid, the one scene in the movie, I was like, this is so fucking stupid. Was when he goes back and the guy's like, we don't have those things. And he's like, just kidding, they're by the register and they're real and everyone's fucking freaking out about it. I was like, You can't just say this
Why
is
would
a
you
thing
still
that
be
exists
working there if you knew they were real? Why wouldn't you just wish for $1 billion?
That was so fucking
it was
bad.
Dumb,
and
yeah.
it's not funny. Like, it's a beat that's trying to be
like
a comedic moment because he's covered in blood and it's giving us time to. It's so stupid because, again, there's a great imaginary worlds. I'm sure I mentioned this on the pod where they talked about how this one author is like, I hate Harry Potter because Harry Potter doesn't know how to build the world because as the books keep going on, they keep adding new magic spells that unravel the entire wizarding world, right? Yeah. Like, why do they have this and that if you can just fucking go into a chimney and fucking teleport? Like, why do they not have sensors on the door of the Ministry of Magic that can tell you if a fucking 8-year-old is disguised as a minister who can cast a vote to go to war, right? Like, it's just a world that's like nonsensical and doesn't make sense. That's what this becomes, and it kind of cheapens the ride.
Okay. My take on that is that's fine. I don't need to know all the lore of it, the backstory, but it has to function as a comedy if that's the way you're going to do it.
Right.
And I did.
Well, a monkey paw story, you get a monkey paw. Yeah. You don't have it where you can fucking buy 8 of them.
But it's the scene, to your point, like the guy's a smart ass and is trying to play for comedy beats.
Don't bring that energy in here. And it's like, all right.
To me, I was laughing throughout most of the movie anyway, so I was fine with that. I accepted it. And the money raining from this guy, which is absolutely absurd, I'm also fine with. The thing that just like rubbed me the wrong way is that you have to have a little bit more of a sense of humor from the main character if that's the tone that you're going for as a really dark comedy. And it just couldn't fully commit either way, and it lived in sort of this weird.
He was just grating.
It was just incongruent, where it's kind of like most of the movie is a sly dark comedy, but then you have these absolutely absurd moments that really undercut what you're doing there. And so it totally felt off balance for me in that regard. But
that's what I mean. At the end of the movie, it just starts to get into like we got to hit the beats. And then there's just this really weird, not funny moment that they added to be funny.
Yeah.
Where it's like, now we just need more Deus Ex Machinas. There's just more fucking Willows. And when he tries to break it, he can't. See, but like, they all get wish. I was like, this is
overall, I like that. I accept it.
Like, wish orgy ending is just not. It reminded me of Wayne's World. And I was just like, this is lame.
Well, it was just 2 wishes.
But what did you think about her making the wish at the very end? So he goes to he locks himself in the bathroom. He considers killing himself with the gun. He can't do it. He decides, the pills, I'll take those.
Yeah, I will cat myself.
I really liked it.
It was nice of the cat to leave enough medication, and then he didn't throw it away.
And the first time I saw this, it was really good because I was like, wait, what the fuck is happening? Yeah. Like, it was really smart the way they do it because you hear that little.
You hear it,
every time you.
And I caught that
every time you open that thing, it makes this little like jingle, and then so
you hear the snap.
He's about to go because he downs the pills, and then he's
about to puke.
He second guesses it and decides, I'm going to puke these out, and before he can, you hear the little jingle and then the snap, and then he stops.
And we forgot they're in an apartment, which apparently no neighbors have the number to call the cops.
It's a house.
It's not. They're on the 2nd floor.
No, I thought it was his grandmother's house.
Is it? Why do they have a balcony out front and shit? Maybe it is a house.
Do they have a balcony?
Yeah. It looked like they were on the 2nd floor in the balcony in the background, but I've only seen it once. So maybe whatever. They're in a house. If you shoot a gun in this house, my neighbors would still hear it, right? Yeah. And it's like, so they've got a fucking the guy who's been shot in the face.
Yeah.
They've got the dead girl's naked body in the thing. The thing I hate about this ending, just everyone making wishes, it just takes all the teeth out of the movie. Like, the point of it is that this guy has to face the karmic punishment for what he did. And when he gets snapped, right, and he is now obsessed, there should be an ending almost like Together, where they're like now this disgustingly malformed couple that are so toxically dependent that we see that he is led to ruination, right? Or if that's not the ending, because you want her to have her like return moment, which is what the movie kind of has at the end.
Yeah. Because the only way that he can return, he has to die.
He has to meet a horrifying ending. There has to be a way where he meets a more fucking
I think that was a horrifying ending because they do a great job of he wants to live, right? So he's going to puke. He's about to puke. You don't even really know.
But what it is he has this moment where he's going to do it and his cowardice reemerges.
Yeah.
And they immediately take the moment back from him. He should puke those things up and think he's going to make it.
That's a more punishing thing.
And then all of a sudden now he's the manservant.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
Yeah, because then
that is fucking bad. The whole movie's because it's bad because she's his servant. He should have
like if it ended with them ripping each other's skin off to wear sweaters, that would have been cool.
Well, no, how the movie really ends is that this lady is going to wake up.
She's going to go to jail.
And be in a house with a bunch of dead bodies.
She's going to jail.
The fire residue from the gun is on her fucking hand.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to do all the forensics and she's going to jail forever.
Yeah.
Right.
And that fucking blows.
Yeah.
That fucking blows. That moment of her waking up and crying.
I mean, horror movies don't have happy endings.
No. They don't have happy endings, but this is not a fulfilling moment.
Right?
It's not catharsis. It's not interesting. It just becomes a wish orgy, which is pretty fucking stupid.
I think that is kind of the point of the movie is like the whole like love thing. There's no happy ending in love.
Well, also,
there are happy endings in love. Some old people make it.
Not love like this, where you're just obsessed with people.
Infatuation.
Not infatuation, sorry.
His cowardice left in its wake is all of these fucking people.
Like the infinitely best version.
All their friends died.
The best version of this movie is Fatal Attraction, right? That has a much more rewarding, cathartic thing where the guy ends up living.
Oh, yeah.
But his wife knows what the fuck he did. Like, his life is done. He's going to get punished and taken to the cleaners, even though Glenn Close ends up shot, right? There's no value in the end of this movie. It's just like, we got to go. We got to go.
Well, she does live.
Yeah, now fucking take the consequence.
Hey man,
she's going to go to the cops and be like, dude, there's these fucking sticks. And when you break them, crazy shit happens. She's going to jail.
It was probably manslaughter. Like, she's going to get like 10 years.
It's not manslaughter. There's a girl with her boobs and pussies out with a fucking brick in the face. Another guy has a bullet in his head that she fucking
14 minutes
fired.
before this happened, she was asking him to kill her. So I feel like she won.
She has no more wishes. She can't wish herself out of this situation.
I know, but she's not dead. And she gets to,
she's going to
get out of prison. She's going to get out of prison.
Yeah, when she's like fucking 80.
It's a slightly happy ending.
It's a 0%. There's no. Well,
there's a little glimmer of hope.
At the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, as Sally drives down the highway, she laughs. She won. No, her life is over.
I have a good argument for this. All she wanted to do was be a good writer, right? She's going to have tons of time. She's going to have. Look at Tupac. If Tupac wouldn't have went to jail, I don't think he would have been famous. But I also don't think he would have died.
We don't know exactly how this would have resolved. Shit.
So I think maybe she's going to become.
We know exactly how this resolves. She's in a house with 3 fucking dead bodies. She's the only one alive, and she clearly fired the gun. And then they're going to ask all the dudes at the party, and like, yeah, dude, she kind of went nuts. She smashed herself in the face with a bottle.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Like, they're going to know.
Yeah.
And then they're going to look at that van for forensics and be like, yeah, that guy's fucking sweater pubes are everywhere.
I liked it. I liked how it wrapped up.
I thought it was I liked how it ended like that. I liked the dark ending.
Her waking up and holding him. Yeah. It's such a bad ending. And it offers so little to the story, and it leaves everything kind of unresolved and unfulfilling. To where it leaves you in the theater, and that's why I was like, I can't believe you went back. I was like, why the fuck would I ever watch this
What was the better ending then?
I mean, I'm not the fucking writer of the movie. They should have written a better ending.
You're saying if he would have been punished by having to be together with her.
This is a Tales from the Crypt episode. They did this episode like 10 to 15 times.
Yeah.
He has to meet a fucking horrifying ending, and the punishment of what he inflicted on her needs to be turned on him. Instead, he gets the easy way out. He's only obsessed with her for fucking 1 minute. And then he just fucking throws up, and now he's going to be a victim in her story where he will still be lionized and heroic.
Oh, she's fucked.
And she's the fucking monster that'll be the 3-part Netflix series. Like, that fucking blows. Who wants that ending?
Dude, that's a crazy thought.
Maybe there is just this ominous, like, these are the same generation that it's like all men suck, whatever.
What if that was what happened to Manson?
You think he was okay?
I think maybe Manson was okay.
Crazy bitches, right? Crazy bitches.
I threw one party and just yes-anded a couple times, and now here I am.
He wasn't even at the murders, you know?
I'm aware. I've seen the shows. But what I'm saying is like, it's just I don't get who this ending satisfies. Like, what does it work on? It
satisfied me.
And it's not even like
I didn't like any of the characters. I wanted them all to die.
It's not morbidly interesting in a like curiosity way. It's just like a fucking here's this fucking bag of shit, deal with it. And I was like, that kind of sucks.
Sorry, I liked Sarah. She was cool.
Yeah, Sarah seemed great.
I don't feel like Sarah should have died, but her death was awesome.
It was a good death.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is like, there are things about this movie that so overachieve for me. And I do think it is 100% worth the hype. Really fun in theater movie. This and that. It just.
What would you give it out of 5 then?
I give it a 3.5.
3.5 is good.
3.5, 4, maybe 4. It was.
I
it was
think
really
I'd give
well
it a
made.
4, man.
Yeah.
I'm
between 4 and 4.5.
I did like it, but it's
not
one of those
perfect,
movies.
But yeah.
The more I've thought about it, the less I'm getting out of it.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
It's it's worth a rewatch.
It's like a reverse. Yeah. No, the more I thought, I was like, it's just kind of.
It just ties into like every age of a human. Like whether, well, I guess if you're a little kid,
it's
you
the horror
won't get
movie elements that start to be like, meh.
As soon as you're a teenager, you're gonna get this movie all the way up until you're an old man, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I felt like that before.
I really like
you know?
the simplicity of it. Like we were talking about in the beginning, it sort of allows for a lot of it, analysis and interpretation.
It doesn't.
And you can put things into it. We made
it very clear there's no interpretations.
You're right. Here we are again.
Griffey seems to think there's a bunch of them.
It's messed up moments time, guys.
Yeah. All right, Sam, what's the most messed up moment in Obsession?
For me, by far, when she fed him his fucking cat.
Yeah, that's the word.
I would have slit her throat.
Well,
I actually agree with you.
Cooked, right? At least prepared.
Not only that she just plays with the dead cat multiple times and that he let his cat eat grandma's medication, the fact that she put it in like what looked like a pretty tasty and well-made sandwich.
Dude, it looked great.
Is the craziest thing. And I was like, what part
Even the meat looked good.
It did. It looked good. That's what I mean. Until Sarah's like, that's a weird smelling sandwich. And I was like, that's fucking rude.
But also, I don't think it would have been that weird smelling. I feel like it would have smelled good.
Well, I don't know how she prepared it. It was dead for like 4 days.
Oh, that's true.
It was like a week-old dead cat.
It's probably rotten meat.
Here's the thing that, again, this is one of those things that they do in movies because they're cool and wild. I was like, what part of the love potion
makes you do that?
Yeah, she's like, all I do is love you more than anyone else on the earth. I'm going to feed you the Pet Cemetery delight. Like, what part of the potion made her do that?
I loved you more than your cat loved.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the fuck?
That's what pissed me off so much about how that guy just got $1 billion. I'm like, oh, so he just gets his way. It doesn't like appear in his stomach or something.
Yeah, that guy didn't fucking eat his own dead cat.
He just gets it. And then he gets all this shit where he has to eat a dead cat and stuff. I'm like, man, that's
the weirdest reaction to a love potion in cinema history for sure.
Yeah.
Heath, what's the most messed up moment in Obsession?
Okay, I was alluding to this earlier and I got detoured on some other things. But I'll get back to it now. And it plays off of your most messed up moment because it relates to the cat. And I think what she was doing where she was, preparing that shrine. So early when she starts, I think she spends the night for the first time. He wakes up in the morning and she has breakfast prepared. Also, the dead cat with and then
it's on like a little fucking red velvet blanket.
And he's like, it's fucked up, Nikki. She's like, is it?
She's like, stop with the cat.
She doesn't know.
But she's doing what a cat would do, which is bringing him a dead thing. Like,
the only problem is that she's a fucking 23-year-old woman.
But we don't know how this magic works.
I mean, I'm not a young person. I don't know how dating goes anymore. I've never thought about like I should dig up their dead cat.
Anyway,
maybe that's a thing.
My most messed up moment. That's the setup for my most messed up moment. The most messed up moment is when he walks in at the end and Sarah is splayed out.
She's also
she has been prepared for his whatever he wants. Like this is her being like, here you go. Take what I've prepared this for you. So for his like, why else would she be naked? Her like legs spread. I love you this much that you can have this. You can
have her
body.
when she's dead, but if she's alive, hell no.
But she also drew on herself like she's weird Barbie.
No, she copied the tattoos of Sarah.
I understand. She looks like weird Barbie. They're not done well.
Gotcha.
And I was just like, I don't understand this love potion.
I don't know if that was the actual intention.
No part of this makes any sense to me.
But that was my read on it, is that she was offering Sarah's body to him.
That could seemed like that. And again, you're like, what part of young person courtship?
That could be the subtext. That could be the subtext you're looking for, dude. That could be like the modern dating subtext that like people are trying to become other people for them.
Damn, dude, I don't know.
There's a lot of poly going on.
There's a lot of like,
oh shit.
Or like,
this is like the generation that had litter boxes in their high school and shit.
Well, it made me think like the better wish that this guy could have made, right, was how to make me into the guy that she would love. And that would be the better wish, right?
Yeah, that's the non-selfish, shitty version of that wish.
But then you change yourself for
self-inflicted.
Yeah.
But he is the center of the universe. He's perfect. He can't.
But I feel like that's what she's trying to do for him in a weird way. Change herself.
Well, she literally says that. She gets on her knees.
I can be anything you want.
I'll be anything you want. And he's like, it's not real. It's not real.
What?
But he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Persists.
But again, it's like, next time, if I ever watch this movie again, those will be the two burning questions. Why the cat stuff? And why the fucking girl?
Why you gotta fuck with the cat?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the obvious, like, most messed up moment outside of this would be the brick.
Yeah.
But you kind of like the way they set that scene up, and like the glass is frosty right behind her, and it's empty here. It's kind of like a Paranormal Activity thing where, like, I know it's coming. It's just a matter of when.
I knew it was coming. I didn't know that was coming. I thought she was going to confront them. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but like, I was like, some fucking spike or something's coming through. Like, you know, she's going to or something. But yeah, the brick.
If I had to pick the actually most nefarious moment, I think it has to be that party scene.
Yeah.
He brings her along. She's kind of there. But then she just like the fake laughing and the fucking really exaggerated.
That's where
like
she
Popeye
gets the Oscar nomination. Is
that's
scene.
Not it.
Oh yeah,
that's way easier to do than everything else she did in the movie. I think.
Well,
I'd have to watch it again.
Oscars don't necessarily reward subtlety.
It's the most acting, not always the best acting, but the most acting. Yeah. No, I thought that scene was just like one of the hardest to sit through scenes I've seen in a movie in a while. You're just like, I want this to be over so fucking bad. And it's the one scene in the movie that I felt most transported me into the terror of this moment, which is then immediately followed by just like, gosh, she's getting like mediocre white missionary sex. And she's like, And I was like, this is a nightmare.
Yeah,
this is an absolute fucking nightmare. I thought that scene to me is what I would have people watch. And it's like, if this scene works for you, you're going to fucking love this movie.
He does this trick a lot. It does it in the party scene over and over again. On the second viewing, I noticed this, is that the music will kind of like get more intense, and then it will abruptly cut. And that punctuates a kind of, a twist or a jerking story.
Or a change in personality.
Yeah, a change in personality and stuff.
I noticed
but
that too.
What was cool about that party scene is when she's doing her little Hansel and Gretel story is all of the sound from the party just
Sam,
evaporates.
don't get erect again as Heath describes it.
No, I love that too. And then you even see like the people that are out of focus in the background, you can see their heads start turning.
Yeah,
and they're all like,
watching.
They're like, what is she talking about?
This is the difference, because they would all really be like this. I got to put this bitch on.
If this was about social media, they would have done that.
Yeah, that's true.
But going back to the head smash, what makes that most disturbing is that right afterward, he opens the letter that's stained in blood, and she got accepted.
She got accepted.
Well, we knew she got accepted.
Yeah, I know.
I honestly, I think like as like a first like real big swing feature, this is exciting.
It's insane.
Like this guy feels like he's on the road,
dude,
to like being like one of our new badass horror directors. I would say that the one off-ramp you would never want to do for your follow-up is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That is one of the shittiest franchises of all the horror movies. That franchise is dog shit.
And you can't.
Some of them are good.
Do anything. The first one's
one of them is good.
I thought the newest one was good.
You can never step out of the shadow.
Oh,
of
the Netflix one, yeah. It's just that's like a really like. That's a ballsy move. Like maybe he's just ballsy enough. Because like again, I think what this thing did well. You tell me you wouldn't take
that job though.
It's horror garden state to your point. Like he's got some guts to like really let a movie breathe. Maybe
he said that he was reared on the remake, the 2003
the Jessica
one.
Biel.
Oh boy!
He said that was the first horror movie that he really.
I thought that one was okay.
It's not. I just rewatched it. It's not.
Dude, it was the most attractive people I've ever seen on
it's a music video.
That's what made the first one so great, is just cheekbones versus song.
Dude, yeah.
Fucking Eric Balfour.
That's what I'm talking about our movies. We need all these like ham boogies in them. But
I'm in our movie that hurts my feelings. It's fine. I guess I'm the ham boogie of this podcast. That's it. For Obsession, we hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope you went to see it in the theater. Please go to Indiegogo, type in Mr. Cream Jeans. Get the perk where you join this pod to help us get our first movie out into the world. Go to the Messed Up Movies Podcast Patreon page. Please subscribe to Misfit Parade on YouTube so you can follow along with Keepers of the Crypt, our Tales from the Crypt podcast series, going over every single episode as they drop on Shudder. You can come listen to those with us. They're also available wherever you find podcasts. We'll see you next time.